Good day, Virginia. And abroad. Caesar from the Department of Health for an important announcement that lends to our continued push to ensure a healthier horizon and a healthier Virgin Islands by empowering the community and Virgin Islanders with the knowledge needed to lead healthier lives. I'm really excited about having Dr. Hunt here today and about her announcement, because I think this is like monumental for Virgin Islanders. But before, I just want to thank everybody for what I could have to say was an incredible carnival of the Virgin Islands. And I want to thank all of you for trying to keep it as safe as possible and as memorable as possible. Everything from Juve to last night's Burna Boys concert went really well, and I'm really excited about. And I want to thank the team at the Virgin Islands Department of Tourism and specifically the Division of Festivals for the awesome job they continue to do toward the enhancement of our festival, carnival, and celebration experience each year. You know, it's been 5 years since we've been running Carnival, the first administration to do so, and I must say that every year, not only every year does it get better, but every festival gets better. So St. Croix was on point, St. Thomas took it to another level, St. John, we're working on something really special for you for that. So get your Wheaties ready and your popcorn. We're gonna sink that little small island, St. John, with all the stuff we're gonna have this year. I also wanna say that this effort for Carnival is bolstered and supported by a lot of different government agencies. Too many for me to actually say now, but almost every single entity of our government participates in Carnival, including Public Works, Waste Management, yes, WAPA, and even the Bureau of Corrections, to name a few. So I want to thank all of those agencies and the people, the men and the women that power them, for a tremendous job. Of course, thank you to our first responders. VIPD was awesome this year. The only note I would have to say, if any, in correction, is like we need a little bit more traffic control on the busy days, but kept everyone safe for the most part. We had some altercations. Yes, Juve went smoothly and it ran this whole course. I have to say that, and yes, Fire and EMS was out there. It was extremely hot on Saturday and was really worried about people passing out from heat exhaustion. I want to thank all of the participants, whether you were a sidewalk troop participant or you participate in the village, the food fair, wherever you participated, jump up and dance, you promoted in the village showed up to support our kids, whatever it was. I want to thank the entire community for really coming out and having an incredible showing for Carnival, especially those that you came out, Children's Parade, to support our young kids. That was awesome as well. And speaking about memorable for 2024, in addition to all the greatness we had this year, we had the rebirth of the sport of kings. That's right. Horse racing has returned to the territory after almost 7 years. We're extremely proud of that. Friday's races to call it a success would be kind of downplaying it a little bit. I was extremely excited to go out there and see everybody looking sharp and dressed. And we actually had like pavement so you don't ruin your high heels, ladies. I know there's been a complaint for a number of years. We're not done yet. Yeah, there's a lot more work to do on the racetrack, but I want to say it was good to see everyone out there enjoying horse racing or just enjoying the fashion parade, as well as seeing close friends and family members. It was intense. I was up there with Premier Natalia Whitley and the Honorable Kai Reimer. And I have to say it wasn't easy passing over the trophy to the BVI for the Governor's Cup. So don't worry, though. I got something for y'all coming We Virgin Islanders over here on the U.S. side don't take losing lightly. So, you know, we going shopping for the right horse to take that back. But it was a great pleasure to host both the Premier and the Honorable Kai Reimer here in Virgin. Always good seeing them, progressive people over in the BVI. I also want to say extreme thanks to Southland Gaming, who committed to having that track ready last year and said to me, you know, Governor, we're going to do it by hook or by crook. It was close. We didn't get every single thing we wanted to get, but I think in terms of a debut, it sets a new standard for horse racing in the Virgin Islands. So thank you, Bobby, Jason, Shane, and the whole team over there at Southland Gaming. I would be remiss if I didn't thank the Honorable Calvert White and the whole entire Sports Parks and Recreation. He was, if you had seen Calvert lately, he's like 10 shades darker. He was working day and night. Hopefully he's sleeping at this point, getting some much needed rest after pulling like triple shifts, trying to get things done. He looked totally exhausted. But between him, Bobby, Southland, everybody, Westline Productions, they got it done. Thank you for making it happen for the people of the Virgin Islands. An awesome job. Committed to make it happen, and happen it did in an entirely huge way. And as much as I'd love to continue talking about Carnival, like I said, we do have some other great news to announce this afternoon. So without further delay, I will turn over the briefing to our very own Dr. Tai Hunt. She's going to tell you about how we're going to make the Virgin Islands way healthier. Dr. Hunt?
Thank you, Governor Bryan, for the opportunity to make this special announcement on behalf of Health Commissioner Justa Encarnacion. Good afternoon to everyone in the viewing and listening audience. Today we are excited and proud to officially announce the USVI Wellness Fair 2024, which is being hosted by the Virgin Islands Department of Health in partnership with the Office of the Governor and with the support of the U.S. Department of Defense's Innovative Readiness Training Program. The IRT team is deploying a force of close to 300 military healthcare professionals from across the nation to serve our community. All of its members are credentialed healthcare professionals. The USVI Wellness Fair will be held in the territory-wide from June 1st to the 8th to offer residents the following services at no cost. And it's actually June 1st to the 9th, excuse me. These services will be offered at no cost. Dental services, including routine exams, cleanings, fillings, and tooth extractions. Optometry services, including routine exams, emergency eye exams, diabetic retinal evaluations, school vision screenings, and prescription eyeglasses if needed. Medical screenings for blood pressure, cholesterol, glucose, and mental wellness. Pediatric physicals, including back-to-school physicals and sports physicals, and all pediatric vaccinations. So I want to make sure that everybody gets this part, so I will repeat it. All of these services that I just mentioned will be provided at no cost to all residents, insured or not. The USVI Wellness Fair will be on a first-come, first-served basis. However, we will be allocating 20 appointment slots at 8 a.m. each day, specifically for the elderly and individuals with disabilities. Please note that on Saturday, June 1st and Saturday, June 8th, the Wellness Fair hours are 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And on Sunday, June 2nd, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. From Monday to Friday, June 3rd to the 7th, the fair will be open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we kindly ask that you arrive no later than 4 p.m. to be seen. 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, June 9th, will be dedicated to connecting individuals to more care and services within the territory. On May 20th, our registration portal goes live on our website, vibwell.health. Registration is not required, but it is highly encouraged to speed the progress along. Here are the venues at which services will be provided. The dental, optometry, and medical screenings will be provided at the Ivana Eudora Ken High School Gymnasium on St. Thomas and at the Educational Complex School Gymnasium on St. Croix. However, and this is important to know for families with school-age children from pre-K all the way up to college, The pediatric physicals and vaccinations will be provided at the Virgin Islands Department of Health's maternal child health or the MCH clinics on each island. The date and times are the same as the fair, and it will be by appointment and walk-in. Stay tuned for those details later. Our MCH clinics are located at the Elaine Co building on St. Thomas and at the Morris de Castro Clinic at Cruz Bay in St. John. On St. Croix, however, we will be moving our MCH clinic to the UVI Great Hall for the duration of the USVI Wellness Fair. So parents, what this means is for pediatric physicals and vaccinations, you'll visit the MCH clinics. And for the other services, such as the dental and eye exam, your family walks in at the main fair site. You can do all this in one day or over a couple of days. Remember, it's from June 1st to the 9th. You can find all of this information and more, again, by visiting our website, vibwell.health, which is live as of this morning. Make sure to visit our website a few times a week for any updates, often, and the website offers translation in Spanish, Haitian Creole, Mandarin, and Arabic. This is actually the IRT's second mission in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Last August, the IRT program deployed a 20-man medical team to provide pediatric physicals and vaccinations at our MCH clinics. 798 procedures were provided to 349 VI children. And since the end of that first mission, the Virgin Islands Department of Health and our partners across the GVI, the Virgin Islands National Guard, and the IRT team have been planning this second mission. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Major Mu Zhang, who's the officer in charge of the IRT's 2024 USVI medical mission, to speak more about the IRT and their mission.
Thank you, Dr. Hunt and Governor Bryan, for letting me join this important announcement from the not-so-sunny California today. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Major Mu Zhang, and I'm here today to represent my Innovative Readiness Training Team, or team. We're extremely excited to scale no-cost medical mission to the beautiful Virgin Islands this June. As Dr. Hunt has mentioned, we have close to 300 healthcare professionals and support staff coming. This includes 25 doctors, 20 dentists, 16 optometrists, and many, many nurses and technicians, all scheduled to deploy across all 3 islands for 2 weeks. That's right, from June 1st to June 8th, we'll be offering healthcare services at no cost to patients at multiple locations on the islands. So whether you need to do a routine checkup, get your tooth pulled, vision screening, or what have you, our medical team is here to serve you alongside the local healthcare providers and setting up temporary healthcare screenings at local sites to ensure the best possible care. And to ensure your continued care, we will also connect you with local healthcare providers who can address your ongoing needs through a warm handoff process. This mission is part of the IRT program, which started in 1992 as a Department of Defense initiative. It provides real-world training opportunities for our service members while serving many communities across America. It's a win-win. Our military personnel can gain valuable deployment experience while communities like yours receive essential medical services. The IRT program has a proven track record of success. Last year, an IRT mission in Louisiana provided no-cost screenings and services to over 1,240 patients, delivering an estimated $800,000 worth of care. Nationally, this year is shaping up to be a record year with 50 planned missions across the country, including Hawaii, Guam, and of course, the beautiful Virgin Islands. Making this mission possible is a fantastic team effort. We have the United States Air Force Reserves from California and Massachusetts, the Air National Guards from Kansas, and the Virgin Islands Army National Guard, and the Virgin Islands Department of Health and other local agencies all working together to make this possible. We're all committed to making this a huge success. So this mission is also not just about providing healthcare, it is also about strengthening ties between the military and the community. So we're hoping that there will be many more IRT missions to come to the beautiful Virgin Islands in the future. But this year, don't miss this incredible opportunity. Take advantage of this wonderful healthcare event and join us in June. We look forward to serving your community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Major Zhang. We cannot wait to officially welcome this large contingent to our territory and to receive their services. Together, our objective is to reduce health disparities and to improve access to care for all Virgin Islanders. I know we provided a lot of information today. Here are three key takeaways. If you remember anything, please remember these three things. Number one, save the dates, June 1st to the 9th, 2024 for the USVI Wellness Fair. Number two, all services are provided at absolutely no cost, and all USVI residents are welcome. And number three, visit our website, vibwell.health, often for information and updates about the USVI Wellness Fair 2024, and we look forward to seeing all of you there. Thank you, Governor Bryan.
And thank you, Dr. Hunt, and thank the Department of Health for bringing this, the Army, Reserves, Air Force, everybody that's participating. I told you it was pretty awesome news that you were about to get in terms of healthcare. This is huge for the Virgin Islands, and we're going to make sure that everything runs as smoothly as possible as we move on. Now, in other news, we also have our 2024 Spring Revenue Estimating Conference. Tomorrow, it will be hosted by the Office of Management and Budget and Director Jennifer O'Neill. This conference is an important exercise by our administration to provide insight into the economic forecast regarding our territories, revenue outlook, and projections that will impact the preparation of the fiscal year 2025 executive budget. It's a good time when people say they don't know what's going on. It's long, but it gives you a good look at what projects are coming, what we're doing as a government, where the money is coming in from, and how it's going out. And following our transparent tradition, the conference will be available for the public. So you don't have to leave your home or your office. It's going to be on live stream, and all the presentations by revenue generating, local government agencies, departments, semi-autonomous entities, and stakeholders from the private sector can be seen there. So you'll be seeing all the activity that's going to happen, or we anticipate to happen in 2025, which makes revenue available to us to do the government's work. So make sure you tune in. You can watch it right here on Government House's Facebook page, at the Office of Management and Budget's Facebook page, or on WTJX's Facebook page. And speaking of revenue, I have some more good news for you. Yes, it's like that after Carnival. The kind of news those of you in the comments like to ask about each and every week, regardless of what I'm talking about, you ask about it. When are we going to get tax returns? Well, I'm happy to announce that between the week leading up to Carnival and today, we have issued a total of more than $10 million in tax returns to 3,500 tax filers who are due a refund, who file their returns on or before April 21st, 2022. The bulk of those refunds, almost 1,900 of them, are to address 2021 tax year refunds. So if you filed your taxes on time and are due a refund, look out for the refund if you have not already received it. Receiving it today will actually help you save a little bit, have a little bit more money after Carnival, because I know everybody is about spent out about this time. Of course, this is my absolute favorite time of year because I can witness young minds taking flight to embark on their journeys. This morning I spent almost an hour up in Charlotte Amalie High School with some seniors sagacious seniors from Chevelle Simeon's, our Teacher of the Year class, just discussing gender roles in life. It was an amazing discussion looking at those seniors, articulate beyond my belief. I was totally blown away. And these young people are graduating this year, so I imparted with them some of the stuff that I know about what is going on in the Virgin Islands. So I'm hoping that a lot of them, you, if you're listening, make it back here to contribute to our economy. Not everybody gets to go off to America, mainland, and live a life of ease. Some of us have to come back here and work hard to protect, preserve, and to promote our people here. But all of these young people were graduating, so I want to, first of all, congratulate all the graduates for this year, whether it's from kindergarten or from PhD or getting your doctorate, whatever it is. But this week, the University of the Virgin Islands graduation marks the beginning of the season, and I will be attending UVI's 60th commencement ceremony on Thursday on St. Thomas and then Friday on St. Croix. I'm really excited about this year's event because it will be featuring former mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms. I'm a big fan and I look forward to being part of this memorable occasion. As you know, we had last month, we had Senator Raphael Warnock at the university. And then this month we have former mayor, former White House person as well too, here in the Virgin Islands. So the university is pretty much a powerhouse of African American politicos and speakers. I was really happy to see that she would be there. So once again, congratulations to the graduates. Another wonderful aspect of this season is the opportunity to express our gratitude and admiration for the committed individuals serving in the government of the Virgin Islands. This year, we celebrate the 35th Annual Employee of the Year Recognition Award Ceremony, where we will joyfully witness well-earned accolades and honors being bestowed upon our dedicated employees. I plan to attend both events, St. Thomas and St. Croix, this Thursday and Friday, so it's going to be an extremely busy week for me. And then, we all know Mother's Day holds deep significance as we take this moment to honor the extraordinary maternal figures in our lives, our mothers. They are the ones who gave us life and have been unwavering pillars of support, comforting us in times of sadness and teaching us essential principles of honesty. Through every hardship and success, they have stood firmly by our side, offering consistent encouragement. Even during moments of vulnerability, mothers have influenced our lives in various ways with their guidance and, of course, their endless love. They have nurtured us into resilient individuals, ready to face life's challenges with determination. They embody the unconditional love by imparting virtues such as compassion, kindness, generosity, and bravery to us. I recognize my own mother, departed now some almost 27 years, who the fierceness, vitality, and the tough love that she gave me while she was alive, all the 29 years of my life, still live on in me and empower me every single day. Some of it to be tampered and some of it that needs to be pumped up a little bit at times. So happy Mother's Day on behalf of the administration, all of us here in the Government House. I guess that's all the info I have for you today. I know it was a lot. We had more. We had to cut stuff out. So pay attention to what's going on in Government House this week. I want to tell you too, I'll be out of the territory Monday, May 13th to attend the National Governors Association Energy Security, Resilience, and Recovery Roundtable meeting in Hawaii. Attending the meeting with me will be Director of Vaitima Jarrell Jashin and Director of the Office of Disaster Recovery, Adrian Williams Octolin. I had actually asked that we have a Governors Roundtable on energy, resilience, and recovery, because so many states are going through what we're going through now. First, impacts of disasters, the immediate response, and then recovery, getting all the things you need to get together to start to rebuild, and then the aftermath, insurance, high inflation, the lack thereof insurance, lack of people to do the jobs that we need to be accomplished. So we hope we'll get some policy work out of that. And what I love about this is I asked them to actually do this conference. Once we get together, then you have 10, 20, 30 governors saying, this is what we want to see, national policy for windstorm insurance, some control measures for high prices and inflation, and things like PBT and disaster assistance lasting a little longer than normal, and getting waivers from certain federal programs. As you know now, some of you may not know, but one of the things that's happening in the territory is that they have taken the ceiling off of a lot of the rents in our public housing. And nationwide, the intent was to get people who can afford to pay normal rent out of public housing into normal rent situation. But here in the Virgin Islands, where rent is extremely high, it puts an undue hardship and burden on Virgin Islanders living in public housing. So that's it. Like I said, for information, we'll be out of that. We'll be back on Friday. The Lieutenant Governor is also out of the territory today, attending an insurance conference. So I'll take some questions from the press if we have any press present and available. And Dr. Hunt is still here to answer any question on the initiative of health. David? And come. Tom?
Yes, good morning, Governor. Yes, you're cutting out a little bit, but the Wellness Fair will be on a first come, first served basis. However, 20 appointment slots each day. How can folks register to make those appointments?
BeWell.health website. We're going to be launching the registration portals. That's going to go live on May 20th. And that's when you can actually make those appointments. Now, you have to understand that those 20 appointment slots that we have are just for the disabled and the elderly, but we plan to serve hundreds of people a day. So it's on a first come, first served basis, and you don't need an appointment, because if you go, as soon as you go, they're going to turn you around as quickly as possible. And additionally, the registration we encourage it, because when you get there, you'll have to do it like waiting in line, or like when you first for like intake. So we encourage you to do that, but the appointment is not necessary. Those appointment slots are going to be for those individuals who cannot necessarily stand around in line for long periods of time.
Okay, thank you. And do you have a spelling for Major Zhang's first name?
M-U, Major Mu Zhang. It's M-U, and the last name is Z-H-A-N-G.
Thank you. And question for the governor as well. Governor, this has to do with the Alfredo Bruce Smith case. Mr. Smith is the former Charlotte Amalia High School track coach who pleaded guilty to raping boys. And he was recently sentenced in federal court on April 26 to 35 years in prison. He admitted to sexually abusing 12 boys throughout the 15 years he worked at Charlotte Amalia High School. What is the status of any internal investigations by Department of Education or Department of Human Services?
Department of Human Services have been conducting an investigation for quite some time. Up to this morning, I called for a follow-up meeting so we could get a status update. As soon as I get it, I'll get it to you.
Are there also any investigations in Department of Education ongoing?
No, if you remember, we had actually subcontracted the investigation out at the time because we didn't want in education investigating education. There were a lot of, what could I say, rumors around who was involved and people who may be in top level positions having knowledge of what was going on. So we wanted to make sure that when we get a document out or a statement out, that it was as pristine as possible. So we went with Human Services, and that was being driven at the time by Commissioner Kim Gomez. She has left, so I got to make sure I follow up and get a good status with this, and I'll let the public know. I know the public has become extremely concerned about this situation, as we have as well.
Okay, so it sounds like then the administration will release the findings.
Absolutely.
Will school officials who dismissed reports of abuse be held accountable?
Well, I mean, it's the Virgin Islands law that any person who is empowered with the rights to handle children and deal with people who are disabled or wards of the states to be held accountable is the law. It's not a choice on my part.
Yes, that's correct. Failure to report crimes against children is a punishable offense by 2 to 5 years in prison, as well as a fine of $5,000 to $10,000, or both.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you for the update.
Thanks, John. I think that's it in terms of questions for us today. Thank you, Virgin Islands, again for a safe and happy conference. Remember, take advantages of these services. I have a question for Dr. Hunt. Is there any requirement to prove that you're a citizen or anything else? So we have a lot of people in our community who are disadvantaged as well because they're here undocumented. Those people are usually intimidated. If you know somebody that's ill and needs services, this is the time to get that.
100% correct. No IDs, no insurance card. Nothing is being asked of you when you walk in for the services.
Thank you so much. And other than that, you guys have a fantastic week. I'm out. Love you.